All right, so today we're at CG Productions, and I got
sir.
Jason Lyric here.
Yes, sir.
And we had a song that he brought to me, and I mixed and mastered. And basically, we're gonna go through how he felt about it. He sat in here on the mix and the master, and what he went home with and stuff like that. So introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and tell us about this project that we just done.
I go by Jason's Lyric, and I'm actually a gospel hip hop artist, and I'm gonna be the first official gospel hip hop artist. I'm gonna let y'all know that. And this project that I had CG master was called "Oh God Forgive Me," which is on the new album that I'm making. It's called "From the Grave," and I just got some really good production, and I really loved it.
Okay, so basically, what made you want to bring it here instead of like doing it yourself?
Cause I've been toying around with going to different studios and seeing what people are doing, and I realized that there's a point that I can't get an actual sound, cause after listening to it over and over again, your ear kind of gets numb. So I feel like a second ear is like kind of pivotal. For me personally, I don't know about anybody else, but I'm starting to find out now that it is such a big difference.
So you basically watched me do the mix and master, so what were your thoughts as as I was going through the track and adjusting the sound and just what would you think about?
Every 15 minutes I would look at my boy, because I have my boy K Free over here, and every 15 minutes I would give him that eye. I give him that, like, yo, you heard that? Like, and he would look at me like, and just shake his head. But I just like your work ethic, actually, you know what I mean? Like, I felt like you was just a machine, and like you were geared for this, because the way you just sat there and just for like 2 hours straight just was grinding. And every 15 minutes out of that 2 hours, I was just like amazed at what was coming out of them speakers. I didn't even know my song could even sound like that, honestly. And it was really good for me to. Where'd
you end up recording that?
I actually had my own home. I got a little home studio.
So you didn't go anywhere specific to record it. You just recorded at home, right?
Yeah, right in the middle of the living room. No soundproof booth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just sounds so like industry, like it's just the one piece that I'm missing, honestly.
Yeah. So you done that at your house, and you brought it here, and do you feel like it still sounds like you recorded it at home?
Heck no. No. It sounds it sounds really good. It sounds like somebody took me to like a real live studio and stuck me in the booth and made me record that. That's what it sounds like. And I cut hair for a living, so I let people, some of my clients, hear what my progress. And I ain't even tell you yet, CG, either, but a few people just are like, straight up. I haven't even told you that yet, but yeah, people are like, they can't believe it right now.
And this is the thing, like, he does, Christian hip hop and everything, and the way that song is very simple. And if I feel like if someone without enough skill would have done that, like if you would have tried to do it at home, you may not have got what you wanted out of that track.
Right.
But because it has a sound, the way that it sounds, and which people don't really understand, that like you don't really have to, it's not about everything about what people say. It's about how it sounds to you. You know what I mean? So by bringing it and have your song mixed and mastered, it gives it a sound so that like it just catches somebody's ear, like, man, that sounds good. You know what I mean? Like, that's the first thing they're gonna say is it sounds good. They haven't even gotten into your lyrics yet. They're just like, the song sounds good. Crisp. So that right there, that first impression can get your song listened to.
Right.
So that's the thing about when I say, if you I can help you get industry attention, because
I believe it, and I believe, honestly, it's the one piece that I'm missing. Yeah, honestly.
So basically, so when someone can hear your track and like they can listen to your song and like they love the sound, they'll listen to what you're saying.
Right.
And that's the whole thing, I mean? Getting your stuff mixed and mastered, that is an essential piece to having your music heard. You know, if you still sound like you're at a home studio and like nobody's gonna listen to it because they can hear your room, like there's nothing that attracts them to that song. So they're trying to listen to your words, but there's so much distraction in the song that they can't really get through what you're trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So just doing that, and like you recorded that all on your own, right?
Right.
Yeah. Right. So like
sat there and did it.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, you know, I've put a good bit of money into like my vocal booth and everything and getting it built up and stuff. But the thing is, a lot of people feel comfortable at home, and that's one of the reasons that I actually have CG Productions in my home, because I feel comfortable here and I'm an artist as well. But by having that comfort, people, you may get a better take there than coming here and then you're like, oh man, you're on time and you feel pressure, you know what I mean? But you don't always have to come here. Like if you do you can do your stuff in the comfort of your home and then bring it here.
This process is definitely essential though, especially if you're really starting to get your niche and like you're finding yourself in your music, and then like you think you can really contend with some people. Like definitely like getting it a second ear is definitely like you need that. It's essential, like if you're gonna continue to be like something more than what you think you can be. You know what I mean?
One more question, like what's your setup like? What like microphone as far as your interface and stuff like that?
You know what? I kind of like, well, I just rebuilt my computer. I got a PC, but I got an old mic that I bought in 2004, but then it was like $700. It was a Grooves Tube condenser mic. I think right now Sterling brought them out, you know, and that's the new brand of it. But and then I just, you know,
so you basically had like just a little simple setup.
Running Pro Tools, you know what I mean. And I don't even have 11. I have 8. You know what I mean. And this dude is already over here, but yeah, that's okay. And you know, nothing fancy, but you know, it's good to have somebody take the wheel after you've made what you think it should sound like, and then having that second ear. Because honestly, there was things that CG you were doing that I would have never thought of. You know what I mean? As far as putting something like that certain effect on that certain vocal at that time. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have thought of that. And the way you were just making it sound and you floated through it so easy, like that was legit for me. And that was it for me. Like I was sold just on that night.
Right. So like overall, how do you feel about the song? Like, I mean, would you recommend it to like CG Productions to anyone else, or
heck yeah, anybody that's serious about it, I wouldn't like, you know what I mean? Anybody that's serious about it needs this, you know what I mean? Honestly, because I don't know, just for me it was just such a big difference. And now I know where I stand as far as being an artist, you know, being a part of CG. Yeah.
So all right, we got Jason's lyric in here, and we're gonna have a part 2 to this video, is where we're gonna actually go through and I'm gonna show you the session as he brought it to me, and then show you some of the things that I've actually done to it and let you hear the difference between what he brought and then how it came out.
Awesome.
And the different sessions, the mixing session and the mastering session. And the CG Productions, we're Jason Lyrics.
What up?
You got any release dates for far as the album?
Right now I don't, but my current album that's out now, I Long For. If you go to jasonslyric.com, you can find all my songs are free download on there. All my music videos are on there. Check me out, jasonslyric.com.
All right, CG Productions, and we out.